Ladies and gentlemen, and good people watching on Twitch, this is the grand final of Season 2 of the Dongers of Runeterra League that we run. And the two finalists this season are our resident Twitch streamer, master level player Imsohumble, against another master player in Decentman. Now, Decentman made the final of Season 1, where he played good self. I am Sith Holocron from the Dongers of Runeterra, and he beat me quite easily 2-1 in the final to win. So we're now on Game 1, best of 3. Good luck to both players. And we're seeing this from the perspective of our streamer, Imsohumble. So a nice little call there, nice little 1-1, which draws the spider. And he now drops down the Avazarian Sentry, which is a nice little 2-1. And Humble has options. He has the Make It Rain that he could wipe them all off with, and decides not to do that, and levels up his side of the board on defense, and Decentman passes. So good play there by both players. There's the Leviathan for later on. Petty Officer, he will go for the random one-cost follower, and he gets an excellent one, as when that attacks, it will do damage, which is pretty good, and he's now 4 wide versus 2. But here comes Callista. So out comes this wonderful little card, the Saboteur. He may even open swing here. So there's the House Spider, the Petty Officer, and there we go with the full open swing. So the 1 damage is in the queue. Blocks with the Aristocrat, blocks 2, loses 2, and that will then be a 2/3 leveled Callista. Obviously can't level her up in this round with only 2 allies dying this turn. So 3 and 4 damage goes through for Imsohumble. And I would say the Callista will level up next turn quite easily. Unless, of course, Imsohumble plays the Make It Rain, which is kind of possible. He could also Noxian Fervor the Spider into Callista before she levels at all. So Humble has options. The Make It Rain, we'll probably just do it, and there we go, called it perfectly. The Spider, Noxian Fervor, that actually makes 6 damage in the Swain, and he has Swain in hand. So he's halfway leveled already, and he's taken a champion off for a Spider. That is probably one of the most efficient ways to kill a champion in the game. And here comes the Blighted Caretaker. So he's going to kill his unit by his last breath. He gets a Spider, and he gets a 2-1 Challenger. And now comes the unfortunateness of an amazing Make It Rain. So he gets 1 Challenger, he gets 1 Spider, and 1 Nexus. But his Spider will die, and Decentman will get 3 damage in, as they both have no mana at all. He may as well swing out full here. Yeah, and get the damage in while it can't be stopped. So, as a trade after 4 rounds, still very close. Still very close indeed. There we go, 10-12. So that's a very nice thing to do. Now, he has got that 3-cost spell that will deal damage, 2 to a unit and 1 to the Nexus, which is Descent. He also has a Flock, Leviathan, and Zap. So looking kind of good. Decentman, as always, really not a slow player, but always very considerate. Out comes a Warden Prey. He attacks straight away with 4 mana there. There's a Fury of the North. Wow, okay, that's really interesting. And pop goes Swine. Wow. Super play. An immediate throw out for 4 quick damage, but he'll not get 4 quick damage, so he won't. Oh, he's let it through. He wants the 4 mana for that, and then can do. Oh, nice. So bearing in mind that this is round 6, there's another little 1-drop, and that's what Decentman's deck pretty much does. It's predominantly Shadow Wilds with a whole lot of horrible little Freljord cards that either buff units up or do freezes, and we will have the deck codes in the pinned comments down below. While you guys, we'll put this on YouTube. We'll put this on YouTube, and we'll put the 2 deck codes up as well. So Decentman now has a really decent board state, but it is still Humble's attacking turn, and he still has 4 mana left, letting Decentman go. Humble has 5 cards that you can see: Leviathan, Death Sand, Flock, the Stun Spider, and Noxian Fervor, while Decentman only has 3 cards in hand. And I think Decentman will now pass here. I don't. If he had a bigger unit, I think he would have probably played it out already, and he hasn't. So the 4-drop Chronicler, kill a unit, then put it right back. So Zap goes in for his lovely elusive 2, which is pretty good. But it's now 6 versus 3. And what's he going to take out here? I can't see him taking out. Well, I suppose if you're going to do 2 damage, then taking that one out that doesn't give anything is better, as he's got a 2-1. And he doesn't want to make another spider, and he doesn't want to give another last breath. And if he drops this, we are level on card. There's another 1-drop, so amazingly lucky on. Now that's interesting. That's interesting. So that's straight on top. Wonderful. There's the 4 damage because it's stunned. So when Swine gets drawn either from the Leviathan or just 3 hands, that's pretty good. And it's 12-13, so incredibly close. And there is the Swine.
Gotta get out of here.
A nice slow build up, well thought out. And the attack is set. So let's see how Humble responds here. As Swain is leveled, he may not use the Fervor. He's only taken 4 here, which will go down to 9. I think he's okay here. I think he's okay here. But he doesn't want to do. He doesn't want to go that far down. So he's going to level up on damage currently. Block everything off. Oh, and there's the Battle Fury. Oh, wow. So that's a 9-5. That puts him just down to 4. What an excellent play that is. Regardless of how he put it out there, the numerical advantage and now damage done to Nexus. Huge swing. A huge swing. I would probably play Leviathan first. He's only got 3 mana. That's not going to really do an awful lot. But the problem being for Decentman is that now Imsohumble has 4 attacking units. And that's a really good call for him. Now, he does have the Noxian Fervor. He's going through the graveyard, and that's what good players do. Go and see what's died, what hasn't died, and both players know each other's decks. That's a very important thing to know. So he's checking how many more of these cards could be in. The Leviathan will be dropped next turn, if possible. And at that point, Imsohumble will be... And he is going to attack now. Problem is, with the Miracle Advantage, does he stun the 9-5? Which would completely kill his Swain? I think that's quite possibly a good call. Because the Noxian Fervor will kill a unit of his. And off the top of my head, I'm not sure if he's got anything like a Vengeance in hand with Shadow Isles. He may do. And he would have more than enough mana to take Swain or the Leviathan off the board. And he's already lost one Swain. But goes for the Leviathan, still has 4 mana left. Gets his other Swain, so that's his final one. And let's see what Decentman's response is in Game 1 of Season 2, the Grand Final, between Humble and Decentman. Both from Sweden, I believe. The main concern for Humble right here in this attacking turn is if he throws out Leviathan or Swain, they will, one of which will die to the Cursed Keeper. He will also probably... Oh wow, okay. Now that's huge. That is huge. So he Noxian Fervors, takes 3 to the Leviathan to put that down to 9. That then stuns the Endure. But the Flock wouldn't kill it. But it now will allow 3 things to go through, but if he runs 3 out... If he runs all 5 out, 3 will get in, but he will lose a Swain or the Leviathan. Of that there's absolutely no doubt. And he will then get a 4-3 back. Sorry, the 3-4. From the first unit on the top of your screen. And that is maybe enough. That's maybe enough. Maybe he just has to full swing here. Yep, I would agree with that. I think at this point now you try and do everything. The Caustic Cask will do 1 damage to each Nexus, which puts him down to 3. The 3-2 unit will also do damage to the Nexus if it dies. So that's 2 damage, 3 damage, but he is still leading. And that, because he can't block, is game number 1 to our streamer on Twitch, Mr. Imsohumble. So this is not over, as it is a best of 3, as always, but 2 great decks piloted by people who actually know how to play the decks that they are doing. Interesting to see which player will get to go first in this. And it is Humble who is getting to go first. Ooh, double Twisted Fate. House Spider's still good though. But Twisted Fate normally can do quite a lot on this deck. Obviously has to pass, no 1-drop. Lots of 1-drops in the Shadow Isles. Now, will he squeeze this out to just to get the 1 in now? Doesn't, goes for a Hapless. And this is pretty much starting exactly the same as the last, as in round 1 and game 1. 2 each, round 2. And the last time, Decentman passed here. Now, if he attacks, Humble will still have a 2-1 spider. There will also be a 1-1 spider, and there's a Bark Beast, which will, I assume, either be killed outright or kept on the bench. He's kept on the bench to ensure that the Bark Beast becomes a 3-3, so clever play. And now Humble has now got to sit and think about which one he wants to kill, or will he actually just let them go through and keep the Bark Beast at 1-1? And there is your answer. He let the 2 damage go through. And we're now into round 3. There is a Make It Rain. The perfect card. Oh no! Oh, that's criminal. Oh, well, that's incredibly unlucky. That's incredibly unlucky. Yeah, that's bad targeting from the rain droplets. There's a Curse Keeper coming up, and if he has anything like a Jagged Butcher or a Vile Feast or anything at all that can kill that, he's now looking at making that a 3/4, which is really clever. I do know that Decentman's deck does not run Neverglade Collector. So he does run this, though. There's a 6-way across and a 4/3. So again, going the same way, but the red card will take away most of that. That's a 4 kill with 1 unit. Look at that. Wonderful play. So 2 really good moves, 2 really strong moves. But from full board down to 2, that's why Twisted Fate is in this deck. Because early doors, his cards will wipe volume. So there's a Caustic Cask. And it'll pass back to Decentman, who then plays, kills an ally, does 2 damage, and gets a 3/2 for 0. So now he's looking slightly better. Twisted Fate will die, so all of them should really go out here, and they do.
Charmed, I'm sure.
And Twisted Fate is being sacrificed, probably because he has another one. So there goes his little champion essence up into the sky. And he actually has 2 other ones, so it's very early. But it's his only real character. And playing Twisted Fate right now would not be good. So board state, if you ever watch him on Twitch, you will see that he always goes for the extra person. And has done him really well. He's climbed up to around 1650 LP, so he's doing really, really well as he tries to go top 50 in the EU ladder. Passes, he's just getting a board state. Ballista goes down here, and I think we'll see a pass. Ooh, big guns. Big guns. I like this play, but at 2/3 levels Callista, the only problem for Decentman is he only has 1 card left, but the card draw from the death helps. And we could Noxian Fervor something here next round. Callista will not, under any circumstances, defend this. So that's 6 damage to face. And Decentman really does need a unit here. Grabs an Elise, but it's not going to be enough. Elise is about to die. Sorry, Callista is about to die. My apologies. A dead Callista is much better than a dead Elise here. What is the response? Has he got a Fury of the North, or he hasn't got the mana for the Battle Fury? But a Fury of the North will keep Callista alive. So having a good think about if he's got anything. He has nothing, and we're now left with a very lonely looking Spider Queen Elise. However, when you've got another Callista in hand, you don't really care about that. But what Decentman doesn't know is there is a massive Noxian Fervor about to come straight through. Puts it on exactly the right targets. 6 level for Swine if this goes through. But it's not going to go through. He's now killed his own unit just to draw cards. Hand bricked that hard. So, Humble just lost a unit there. And I am not sure what Decentman's going to do next. And a pass was probably his best option. Now, yeah, at least we'll now try and kill off Twisted Fate. That's a good death hand. The Fervor might even be better. I would definitely death hand here. but I love the way that he's thinking about, is it actually the right play? And I think right at this minute in time, especially with the Noxus health as it is, 1711. Let's say there's the Fury of the North. So now, does he now trade? So that's another one. But he's still... But in the all-important stat that matters, this game is 17-6. And Elise at 6-1 has not got an awful lot to do. He obviously has to play cards. He needs a board state. It's his turn to go next. 2 cards against, and there's a zap. And to be absolutely fair, if he plays Twisted Fate now, he probably wins. He's got 10 mana. He can play both of these guys, or he can play one and a spell. So deciding around the best way to play this. This will give him 2 damage and give him 3 spell mana, which means if he is going to do this, he can play all 3 cards. If Decentman does not throw out. Because I thoroughly expect right now that there has to be the throw out to get the Elise Spider to at least try and do something here before any other cards are dropped. There's a lot of mana here. But he can attack 4 with 5 units here, so he will get damage in. But will it be enough? Because Elise will die. Elise will 100% die to the Petty Officer. Or he could take out the Abomination, the 4/3 at the top of your screen. He plays that, and that's now a full swing. He has just literally went, that's it, all in here, let's do it. And that is GG. Double Noxian Fervor before it even throws it out. And Imsohumble is Season 2 Grand Final winner of the Dongers of Runeterra League. 2-0. Congratulations to him. Commiserations to Decentman, who played excellently well, but very sadly was beaten by a very well played game by Imsohumble. So, my name is Sith Holocron. We're from the Dongers of Runeterra. We'll get the deck lists. We will put this up onto Twitch. We will put this up onto YouTube. We'll put the deck lists in and an invite to our Discord. Come and join us. Season 3 starts in a week or so, and it's only €3 or €5 to join. You can join our Patreon. It's exactly the same. It's like €3, but it actually gets you straight into playing in the Donger League. We've been doing it for 2 months. It lasts a month. It's great fun. I made the final in the last one. Decentman beat me. Sadly, Decentman has lost his title to Imsohumble. So, guys, thank you very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. And why don't you just come and join us? And we finish nearly every single time on this place by saying the same 2 words. Dongers out.